The Sonderanhänger 116, or the low-bed trailer for transporting tanks, was used by the Wehrmacht to transport armored vehicles with a maximum weight of 22 tons. To enable the safe transport of armored vehicles or other loads weighing up to 22 tons, the Sonderanhänger 116 was developed. With this trailer, long transport distances could be covered or damaged vehicles could be transported from the front to rear workshops. The first trailers were delivered in November 1940 and officially introduced in December 1940. By mid-May 1941, there were 179 trailers, of which 36 were still without tires. Production was planned to increase from 50 to 100 units per month by the end of 1941. The Sonderanhänger 116 trailer consisted of a 2-axle front chassis with steering provided by the tow bar and a 2-axle rear chassis with air-assisted steering. Early models, type WWII, did not have a covered cab on the rear chassis, but from the Sd.Ah.116 type onward, this was introduced. The front chassis and loading platform could be assembled into a loading ramp. For loading and unloading, the rear chassis could be retracted, and damaged vehicles that could no longer move under their own power could be winched onto the trailer. The front chassis was constructed from longitudinal and transverse beams. In the center, 2 supports were installed for securing the loading platform, along with a guide for the winch cable. The chassis included shock absorbers and specialized springs to reduce vibration. The steering system allowed only a 22 degrees turning angle, with a lock activated when the angle was reached. The tow bar was detachable, allowing the trailer to be towed from the rear if necessary. The loading platform was mounted between the front and rear chassis, and consisted of 2 main longitudinal beams with mounts at both ends. These allowed for securing the front and rear chassis. The floor was reinforced where the greatest load was expected, and the front portion of the ramp could be folded up. The trailer included 2 loading ramps that could be stored on the front chassis when not in use. On both sides, lashing hooks were installed to secure the transported equipment, consisting of chains with spring-loaded adjustable clamps. The rear chassis was structurally similar to the front, but with its front axle offset to accommodate the main beams of the loading platform. The steering was independent from the front chassis and operated via a steering wheel. To ease maneuvering, pneumatic steering assistance was installed. The rear chassis also had 2 hand-operated cranks for raising and lowering the platform. The braking system was pneumatic and applied to all 8 wheels. The trailer also had electric lights and a signal system for communication between the driver of the towing vehicle and the rear operator. The trailer could be transported on specific railroad cars, but it had to be empty. Officially introduced in December 1940, the trailer replaced the previous Anhänger 642 prototype and was used in Wehrmacht technical and supply units. The unit cost for the trailer was 28,000 Reichsmark. If you want more, let me know in the comments, subscribe, and leave a like. Thank you.